Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie and today I want to talk about all my favorite beauty products for 2024. I can't believe the year is already over. Yeah, but I am absolutely happy that the year is over because this has been quite a year. So what I've done is I have chosen one product in every sort of category that I use, because it's not every makeup category, but just the ones that I've reached for the most this year. And I think all of these products came out this year, but there may be a product or two that didn't come out this year, but it's something that I tried this year and it was my favorite or the most reached for, that kind of thing. So my first favorite product for 2024 is Poco Beauty Universal Glow Treatment. It's also an SPF as well, so it's SPF 30. This is the XL size because I love this product so much that I bought the full, well, this is not the full size, this is like the mega size of this. I initially bought the mini of this to try out and I really liked it. It's a very glowy primer base kind of product, and I've used it as well on days when I don't wear any makeup, and it's just, it has a little bit of glow, it has SPF, it's a very nice base before any makeup, and it just feels nice on the skin. So there's a little bit of a sheen to it. It reminds me a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Glow Tint, whatever that is called. It has a little bit of glow, so it just brightens up the face, and on days when I don't wear makeup I just wear this and I love it, and it's got SPF as well. So very nice product. I discovered it this year and I fell in love with it. I made myself a little coffee. This is the Bialetti and Dolce & Gabbana collaboration coffee, and it's delicious. It's like hazelnut and chocolate notes in here, and I love it. For foundation, I wanted to go with you know, like one foundation favorite and one skin tint favorite, but I decided to stick with one like foundation as a whole, just because for the most part of the year this is the product that I reach for the most. It's a skin tint, but it has good coverage for a skin tint, and it has a glow to it. It's just, it's a beautiful product. So this is the Lisa Eldridge Enhancing Tint, Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint. I'm pretty sure this is almost empty. I used this quite a bit this year, and I have it in the shade T12, and it's self-setting, which I love, because when I work I tend to touch my face. It's not something that I'm aware of and I stop myself from doing. It's just that, you know, while I'm reading or thinking about something, my hands is just like, you know, all over my face. And the fact that this product is self-setting, there's like very minimal transfer of this product, so there's like a hint of color that sometimes gets on my hands, but it's so minimal. It's one of the reasons why I like this the most, and it's probably one of the reasons why I reached for it so much this year. It has the most amazing feel on the skin. It's got skincare in it as well, so it's, you know, it's good for the skin while it's on your skin. I had a lot of days this year where I didn't have time to wear makeup, and just putting this on with something on my lips helped me because it made me feel a little bit more put together than usual, especially on days when I barely got any sleep. And you know, the brightening of this as well helped. So this is my favorite for foundation for 2024, even though it's a skin tint and not a foundation. When I want more coverage, I pair this with a concealer, and I feel like this is all I need, and I still get the coverage from the concealer, but I'm just using this as a base all over my face. So to go on to concealer, This was a little bit of a tricky one for me to choose one concealer, and I'll tell you why I chose the one I chose as my favorite. So I chose the Danessa Myricks Lift and Flex Concealer as my favorite for 2024. I think a big influence for this is it came at a time when I was extremely stressed this year and I didn't have a lot of time to put on makeup. And when I first tried this on, I put like 3 dots on under my eye, and there was so much coverage on this product that I ended up using it all over my face. It still looked good. For the amount of product you get 9.4 mils for the price point, for the coverage. The name is Lift and Flex, and so I don't need to set this. It's flexible, like the name says. You can set it if you want. For days when I don't wear makeup and I pair it with the skin tint, I don't set it and I don't need to. So that's why I chose this one. It was a big tie between this one and the Guerlain Terracotta. I used that one as well a lot this year, but this one just takes it for me because the Guerlain one can look a little bit heavy because it dries down and it's a bit more matte. This one looks a bit more skin-like and a bit more glowy on the skin. That's why this one kind of bumped the Guerlain one. I also used the Victoria Beckham concealer a lot this year. So there it is. It's this one. I reach for it a lot. I also pair it a lot with the skin tint, but it didn't come up as a favorite of mine just because it is a luxury product. This is 2.4 mils. It does have skincare in it, and it's like €70 for 2.4 mils. It's a good product and I do reach for it a lot. It just didn't hit my favorite because with everything considered, this is more affordable. This does a great job. It also has skincare in it. Yeah, it just wins over the other two. So I like the other two and I reach for them as well a lot, but this one just came out on top for me. So this is my favorite for 2024. Okay, let's move on to eyes. And the eyeshadow palette that I chose as my favorite for this year is this Odin's Eye Earthwood palette. It's the Odin's Eye Fancy Face and Earthwood palette. I discovered this brand very early on in the year, and I was so impressed with the quality of the eyeshadows, the formula, just how it applies. And this palette as well, like this color story is suitable for so many looks. It's suitable for everyday looks. The one that I'm wearing now is what I probably used on most of my everyday type of makeup looks. And so I used the shades Earthwood and Strength. They're very, grounded shades. But you can also, amp it up with some of the greener shades. This peach one is beautiful as well when you want a bit more fun, like in the summer. The purples as well. It's a very grounded palette, but it gets playful as well. And that's why I reached for this palette a lot. I loved it. And it's good value for money as well. And I love the packaging as well. The art on this packaging is just beautiful. The other palettes as well, all of their palettes have just the most stunning artwork. And yeah, I kept the sleeve as well because it's just too pretty to discard. And this is in collaboration with Fancy Face, which is a YouTube content creator that I've watched for many years. And yeah, I wanted to support her, so I bought this palette and I fell in love with this. Okay, then for an eye pencil, the one I love the most, the one I reach for the most, the one I use the most this year is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Glide eye pencil in the shade Renaissance Gold. This shade specifically is one that I use so much, and I use so little of it as well, because all I do is I go into my waterline and I just add a little bit there, And I love the shade because it's a black gold. So depending on where the light hits, you get some definition, and then you also get some brightening because of the shimmer. On days when I don't wear makeup, I just put some of this on the bottom, on the waterline. This pencil and this shade has become my favorite, especially with no makeup days. This has been a favorite. So this is my favorite eye pencil of 2024. And then mascara, the one that I fell in love with, and I kind of brought it out of my empties. There was still a little bit left, so I used some of that for today's look, but I do need to buy another one. I just have mascaras that I want to try out and finish before I buy out more. But this is the Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. I love this mascara. So for me personally, I like a mascara that gives fanned out lashes, separates the lashes, curls and lifts it, but I don't need something that's too full of volume, too much, because 99.9% of the time I'm wearing glasses. I only take out my glasses when I film because there's no point. Well, if I'm showing you makeup, if I'm showing you what makeup looks like, there's no point in me wearing glasses. So I don't need lashes that are super huge. If they curl too much, they're gonna smudge on my glasses, and it doesn't work for me. And I know that you can build it up to create more volume, to create more length. You can actually build this up. I just don't, because the fact that I wear glasses. So I feel like it's a very versatile formula. I'll definitely buy this again. I just have other mascaras that I'm trying at the moment, but this was my favorite for 2024. For brows, I am extremely lazy with my brows. Even now you can see I haven't gone to get them shaped in months. I kind of at home kind of cleaned it out a little bit, like a month or so ago, just because it was getting a bit wild. It's gone wild again now, but brows are something that I am the most laziest with. I tried quite a few products this year, and the one that I like the most, that allows me to be lazy with them even more, but still I can do my brows with and they look nice, is the Sculpted by Amy Easy Brow Tinted Fiber Gel. So I picked up this one it's deep brown. It's a tinted brow gel, and like I said, it allows me to be lazy. I just take this, I brush it all over my brows. It kind of grips the hair and coats it, and then you can like comb it into place. And then it also has a dry spoolie at the end, so you can just, you know, maybe shape it or take out extra product or whatever. I barely use this. This tip is kind of pointed. It works quite well on its own, so I don't need to use the dry spoolie that much, but I like that it's there. This very quickly became a favorite for me. So I tried the Chanel Le Beige. This is their Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed Powder, and I got the shade Deep Rose Gold. I tried this year, and this is a really nice product. So it's a huge palette. It's got a nice big mirror, and it comes with highlighter, bronzer, and blush. This quickly became a favorite for me. It has, you know, 3 products, a nice quantity of each one, nice big mirror. So these shades are very natural on the skin. I would say it's meant to give you more of like this French girl makeup look, where it's like barely there, but there's something on your skin that's really elevating the look. It does exactly that, and I reach for it a lot because it's all 3 products in one. It has a big mirror, and the products are really nice. So I chose this as my favorite sort of face palette for the year. But then I also wanted to choose a specific blush and a specific highlighter. So blushes, my favorite that I've tried this year is the Guerlain Terracotta blush. I have this in the shade 3 Deep Nude. I do need to clean it out a bit. If you've watched my videos before, you know that I like a blush that's just barely there. It's a touch, a flush of color. And most of the time you're not even going to see it on the camera because it's so subtle. That's the kind of blush I like, and that's why I fell in love with the Referral one, because it's exactly that. You can use your brush, really go in there, put it on your face, and it's just effortless and natural, but there is something on your face that just elevates your face, gives you a little bit of life. Then for highlighter, Danessa Myricks came out with what she calls a low lighter. So this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Low Lighter. And it's the most interesting highlighter I've ever used, because it's a highlighter that doesn't sort of accentuate your pores, doesn't make it look more pronounced, which is what highlighters usually do. But because this is part of the Blurring Balm family, it blurs and gives you a nice soft highlight at the same time. So the shade that I really like and I used a lot, you can even see there's a big dent in there now, is shade Incognito. This is the perfect shade for my complexion. It's barely there, but it adds just a little bit of light to my skin. Very unique formula, and I fell in love with it. I love the Blurring Balm formula to begin with, so yeah, this is my favorite highlighter for the year. Then that I think leaves me with just the lips, and this is not going to come as much of a surprise to you, because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I am in love with Bisou Balm from Referral. So this is my favorite lip product of 2024, specifically in the shade Rose Latte. I initially fell in love with the shade Beauties. I think it's her most popular shade. That's my favorite, all-time favorite Bisou Balm shade. I love the Bisou Balm formula because it's just, it feels like a balm on your lips. It's smooth, it doesn't dry out the lips, but it's matte. It has a blurring effect, and it has a flash of color. So even on my pigmented lips, I get some color on my lips. I like how it looks. I like that it blurs, because my lips do have a lot of these like lines on them. This just keeps my lips soft throughout the day, flash of color, matte. It's my most favorite formula. But the shade Rose Latte launched this year, and this has become kind of like my best friend to Beauties. Let me show you. This came out this year. I've already used most of it, and I've already bought a backup of Rose Latte. I like that I have a pink that I love in this formula as much as I love Beauties. And I can come in closer just to show you what it looks like. Yeah. The last product that I have is not a makeup product, but it is a dry shampoo. It's the Violette FR Franche Puff Dry Shampoo. It's the one that I've tried this year. It's not new. It didn't release this year, but I bought it to try out this year, and I have fallen in love with this product. So I have stopped buying the conventional sprays for dry shampoo. I just use this now. It comes with a refill, so it opens like this. This is just to protect the brush, to keep the bristles, you know, kind of in the way that they are. And you can take the brush off. So it does have a magnet there. It has some powder, because I usually only take it out when it's empty. So it does have some powder there. And so powder very slowly coats this brush, and like the very little powder that coats the brush is all that I use. And this lasts me about 3-4 months, I would say. The first set lasted me about 3-4 months, and I use it pretty much every day. I just brush this on my roots, you know, at the front here. It absorbs oil. It gives my hair a little bit of texture, a little bit of volume, and yeah, the refill is at this bottom end, so I'm just going to be as careful as possible because it's not empty. Okay, so here's the product in there. So I would prefer to use this over a can, that is spray, just because, you know, this is better for the environment anyway. But yes, those are all of my favorite makeup products for 2024. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of these products, and also let me know what your favorite products for 2024 were, and what are you looking forward to for next year. I know that I'm very excited for the new Lisa Eldridge launches for 2025. We've gotten a sneak peek of her concealer pencil, and I know that there's a brow product coming and a brush, and I'm so excited for that. I don't have any other sneak peeks, but I'm excited to see what comes out in 2025. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, and please subscribe if you would like to see more beauty content from me. I hope that you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.